It's super cool to look back on my life and just see how many things have changed. See how I've changed. See how my relationships have changed. You know, there are so many what I'd like to call data points, you know, um, things that are now different, from 5 years ago, from 10 years ago. And things are different. And it's really cool to see that. I was actually just having a really good conversation with a friend of mine today. Um, and I was talking about there was a point in my life a few years ago when I was in a really dark place. I was in a lot of pain. Life was not easy for me, right? We were actually talking about my podcast. Um, and I was telling him that I've got hundreds of episodes at this time, and I looked back at a point in my life when I was going through darkness. I didn't want to do anything. I was just in pain. I was in a lot of pain. I didn't want to do anything. I definitely didn't want to show up to do my podcast. Right. That was it's been a weekly thing that I do. Um, but I really sat with it. I sat with myself, and I was like, well, if you don't do it, you're probably going to regret not doing it. Right? And it's kind of like it's like talking yourself through it. I'm learning as best as I can to be gentle with myself rather than being hard on myself. And I've spent years being hard on myself. Um, but I was really just trying to put things into, you know, um, just a really beneficial way of looking at things. And that was, well, I get that you're in pain, but if you don't do it, you're not going to be happy with the fact that you didn't do it. Um, And this is kind of one of those examples of, like pushing through pain. When you push through pain, by the way, pain that will, if you push through it, it will help you grow a lot more. Um, when you push through pain, you grow. And that's really what this is all about. It's all about pushing through pain. It's all about persevering through whatever darkness you find yourself in. Um, and, again, this goes back to the whole thing of, oh, do I wait until I feel ready? I don't think that I've ever felt ready for anything in life. When I look at earlier on in my life, I sure as fuck did not feel ready for any of the things that happened in my life, any of the things that traumatized me. Um, I don't think I was ever ready for anything. I think that I kind of just did one of those things. It's like, I reference stepping into a cold shower, right? You step into a cold shower and it's like right? Like it's freezing, right? That's really what life is, right? Life is just nonstop happening, like all the fucking time. There's gonna be pain, there's gonna be discomfort, there's gonna be this, that, and the other. And I made a choice in that moment. I was like, yeah, I'm in a lot of fucking pain right now, and this does not feel good, and it sucks, and it's uncomfortable, and I just wanna crawl up into a fucking ball. I wanna go into fetal, I wanna fucking go lay in a fucking bubble bath with all the warmth and everything. But I'm going to do this because I believe that it will be worth it over time, right? And I did. I decided to do it. And this is what I'm talking about in terms of data points. Like when you look at what it is that you're capable of, we're capable of so much more than we even realize. We really are. I am, I've grown more than I thought I would. Uh, Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all that stuff, and I'm just really happy about it all. But I was really happy to have this conversation because it reminded me. I think the word is grit, right? Like you're not going to be ready. And by the way, I'm not trying to make this inspirational or motivational. I'm really not. For some reason, I think more recently, any noise that is inspirational or motivational, I don't know why, but it just doesn't sit well with me anymore. It actually kind of makes me go like, um, it seems like more of a quick fix to a fucking, you know, massive universe of a problem. I look at people going through these fucking seminars and these, intensive things and everything. And it just doesn't like like all these different seminars that people do of like apparently these like life-changing seminars. Like if you, I personally believe that if you really want to change your life, you've got to know your fucking trauma. You've got to know your traumatic makeup. You've got to know what the fuck happened to you. Um, and know exactly how to navigate all that stuff. And fortunately, I've been able to do that. But like just like it's really just it's a choice, and it doesn't matter how you feel. Like I've actually I have not done things more often when I'm like excited and happy and joyous than I have when I'm in pain. Like I realize now that like whenever like creativity kind of just like flows through me, I'm in pain. I'm in pain. And whenever I'm like happy and joyous and like excited or ecstatic or whatever it is, I'm just like I'm going on walks and I'm driving. Like I just I don't know, I think about things. But whenever I'm in pain, that's when I'm writing, that's when I'm creating, that's when I'm being creative. And I really try to do the best that I can to not allow pain to stop me from living my fucking life.